Hi, this is Justin Aquilante, ESA Sales Director, here today with John Page, President and CEO, Jolyn Page, Vice President, Sales and Marketing, and Tim Riley, Director of Business Development for PyroPhobic Systems. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hi, Justin. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
John, what is PyroPhobic Systems' interest and involvement in the energy storage industry?
Yeah, thanks, Justin. Well, PyroPhobic Systems manufactures a proprietary intumescent thermoplastic, and we use those materials to develop passive fire stop systems for containment of lithium-ion battery fires. This technology is truly unique in the industry, and is particularly effective at preventing and containing thermal runaway propagation. It can be applied to any lithium battery application and configuration, whether the cell is cylindrical, pouch, or prismatic. We've been in the battery space for about 10 years now, and we've developed this technology based on our UL and Intertech certified fire barrier products used mainly in the construction industry over the last 30 years. Typically, we work with integrators, developers, and EV manufacturers to solve pretty big challenges related to fire safety, as we all know. Challenges often come in the form of meeting a test standard requirement, UL 9548, for instance, or an NFPA 855, or alternatively, specific customer requirements related to fire safety. Also, more and more, we find that we're working with companies to make their systems more operationally efficient and optimizing their fire safety systems for them just to be in a safer environment.
Tim, what trends are you seeing developed related to safety of lithium-ion battery-based energy storage systems?
Well, Justin, as it relates to safety, the industry has seen several significant fires in the past few years that we feel could have been contained and controlled with a more robust passive fire safety strategy coupled with other active system measures. The number of these incidences will increase as storage systems grow in size and scale. This has caused regulators to stiffen regulatory requirements and insurers to demand increased premiums, even while reconsidering who they will insure. In fact, several insurers have already begun to change their policies towards energy storage systems. Today, there are a number of settings where regulation is already a significant gating factor. For example, authorities having jurisdiction are critically reviewing commercial storage project submittals to ensure compliance with the most recent and more so stringent building codes in major metropolitan areas. This is so because fire departments are concerned about population density as well as residents' ability to ambulate from these areas where fast-moving lithium battery fires can occur. This warrants the required additional safety. Also, fire departments are concerned about the severity of a class Delta fire and the additional risk posed to their first responders during the event as well as during overhaul. Furthermore, microgrid in residential storage settings face a similar challenge. Multifamily housing, healthcare facilities, and nursing homes are going to become more prominent and will have to overcome the same hurdles. Residential energy storage systems are unlikely to have a suppression system installed, so passive fire containment options like we offer become the best solution. Most companies are trying to be compliant, but they struggle with knowing everything that is required of them or may not have a solution to help them comply. And that's where we are focused on. We are working with engineers, OEMs, and owners to support their project and reduce the risk of runaway lithium-ion battery fires. Aside from fire incidents, for example, like the one at Moss Landing, the importance of having an optimized fire safety solution. The same characteristics that make water effective at suppression are the ones that make it less operationally efficient. We feel that passive systems like ours offer a more optimal solution to containing thermal runaway in many more types of situations other than simply flooding the system. Thanks.
Jolyn, where is there the greatest opportunity to add value for battery energy storage projects?
Well, as it relates to safety specifically, we feel the greatest opportunity to add value to battery energy storage projects is to increase the safety of the system through a passive protection system, which can be done without jeopardizing function, cost, or space. For those that aren't familiar with passive systems, at a high level, passive protection prevents fire through containment rather than active protection, which generally acts to suppress a fire once it's ignited with expensive maintenance-heavy gas and water system equipment. Passive systems, if engineered into the overall battery system's design, have the potential to create efficiencies by reducing a variety of costs while also making the system safer. So for example, on the integrator and developer side, by complementing or supplanting existing safety systems with a passive fire barrier capable of containing thermal runaway, you can lower installed cost per kilowatt hour and also increase energy density without sacrificing safety. What I mean when I say without sacrificing safety is that both inert gas and water suppression systems are not capable of penetrating the pack or module to reach the runaway cell event. And this means that more damage is done to the system than is necessary. Another example is in the case of operators, in addition to maintenance savings, by not having to replace the entire system when a runaway event occurs means less downtime and less replacement costs. So less opportunity costs and less real costs for an operator. And then as Tim mentioned before, for microgrid and residential customers, passive systems provide reduced risk where suppression systems are not available due to both space and cost limitations. So those are a few examples of challenges and opportunities that passive fire protection can address that we feel will accelerate the adoption of lithium-ion battery energy storage systems, as well as unlock value for a variety of different stakeholder groups.
Gentlemen, thanks for the time today. It was interesting and informative to hear about the importance of fire safety in lithium-ion battery storage systems and how passive protection can address fire safety by containing thermal runaway while creating efficiencies for a variety of stakeholders in the ecosystem. Thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to staying in touch.
Thanks, Justin.
See you there.
Again, Justin.